Just kidding. I must have heard something else. Oh, it's this thing. Maybe. I don't know. It was doing something. Boy, it would be fun to get like a big mirror or something into the guest bedroom. Wouldn't it, Lily? Because this background is just boring. Not that that's what the videos are about, but I feel like it'd be fun. Plus the guest bedroom. Maybe I will take a short video tomorrow. The guest bedroom is very pink and has lots of like fun 70s vibe flower things in it. And then the bed is covered in stuffed animals. But I'm gonna move them tomorrow because somebody's gonna come over and stay with us for a little bit. And they won't have any room if I leave them there. No, honey, you can't go in there. No. No. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You are such. Oh my goodness, you are so funny. I'm not going to turn the camera to see you. It's going to be too much work. What? Do you want to come up? Look at. Who's that? No, not. Who's that? Look at that. Okay. You're too cute. I was getting mad at you, but then I was also laughing sometimes. But then I was like, no, I'm actually genuinely mad at you. Oh, I'm going to throw this out. This is like, I talked about it the other day. This is like empty. And I don't, oh, it was Wet n Wild. Not really my favorite brand. It's cheap, but it doesn't, sometimes it's worth spending a tiny bit more money for something that just works better. So those things are going to throw out because one is empty and one I don't use. Okay. This is how it's been today. Which I don't really care if she plays with that. I feel like a parent, you need to pick and choose your battles. And she won't hurt herself if she eats that, or not eats it, but chews on it. So, Merry Christmas, Lily. You didn't need all those toys after all, just a towel. Now, apparently there's 2 teething stages. Although I'm pretty sure she's done. No, I don't know. They had to take out some of her baby teeth when she went and got spayed. So, I don't know how fast they grow in, but that was at least a month ago. Yeah, almost a month ago now. Or just a month ago. But she's also in her adolescence phase, which means she can just go backwards. Anything we teach her can just tend to go out the door. Because, for whatever reason, I don't know, I didn't explain, it just said it can just go out the door. I'm going to use my blush again as my eyeshadow, but I'm going to actually use the eyeshadow brush this time. Because I really like this color. I'll have to, once it runs out, find another color similar to it. Well, good. She's playing with the towel. That's really good. See, I talked about my cat story the last time. Is this still green? Man, I am very impressed. This was only like $6 on Shein. And again, it's just lasting a really long time. Good, that actually comes out. A lot of times I put pigment on and I think I put a lot on, like too much. But then I look later and there's just nothing. I put a tiny bit here. What is it, Lily? Are you bored now? Oh, don't get sick. Let's not do that. Another fun animal story I have that I usually use as an icebreaker if I'm like trying to make friends for the first time and they like animals too, or have animals, or had animals, is well, I've had 5 or 6 hamsters, but at one point we had, I'll have to recount it once we get there, but about maybe 10 or 11 hamsters at a time because my hamster had babies. And that was not planned at all. Um, my first hamster Buddy was great. She lived 3.5 years. Like that's pretty much the max, and just died of old age. At least I assumed she only died of old age. She didn't really seem sick. She just got slower and then died. So they don't live very long. So after that, I think we waited a little bit, and then we decided to get Cosmo because I thought Cosmo was cute, and I named him after Cosmo Kramer from Seinfeld. I got Cosmo, and he had a hunched back, and I thought that was cute. Um, I did not know that it was a sign that he was sick. And the people had him, so they were like, yeah, sure, here you go. He died the next day. So that was great. And then after Cosmo, I got, but yeah, he had a hunchback and he slept a lot. And he was really small. So looking back at it now, yeah, obviously he was sick. And then I got, oh dear. So, backstory. There was this dog in a Magnum PI episode called Sir Algernon Farnsworth. So, I liked that dog so much, and I liked Magnum PI so much, I called my hamster Sir Algernon Farnsworth the First. LG for short. That hamster was stupid. Hated it. But also, I didn't realize it was recommended that if your hamster died because it was sick, you should just throw out the cage. Because we cleaned it, so we thought, well, whatever he had, it's not going to spread. Apparently, whatever it is, I think it's called wet tail. It's gross. Um, it does. I don't know. I I've just we looked it up and it was recommended that you just get a new cage because it's hard to actually make sure that you've cleaned it properly, especially with the tubes and stuff. So, no. So we cleaned it as much as we could, and he didn't die the next day. Um, it was funny though because when my family members came over and accidentally dropped him again, too, I hated this hamster. It would freak out. I don't know why I got it. I think I just got it because its colors were pretty and it looked kind of like Buddy. but it didn't like being picked up. It didn't like being handled. As soon as you go to open the cage, it would freak out and scream. And I mean scream. So somebody tried to hold it, and obviously the stupid thing bit my family member, and they screamed and dropped it. And its head hit the chair and then flopped on the ground. It did not die immediately, unfortunately. Sorry. But it was pretty much fine, but then it got wet tail and it died. And I think that did not help it obviously being aggressive. So that one died. So we decided, oh yeah, and after Cosmo died, my dad called the place and was like, hey, we just bought a hamster from your store and now it's dead. Like, can we get a new hamster? Oh, sure, just bring the dead hamster in. Well, he had already thrown it out and the garbage was already taken. So we were kind of upset about that. But in the long run, I guess I understand. Although I feel like it'd be really weird to just, I guess if you wanted a female, and I don't know. Put it this way, I don't want to breed hamsters, and I don't really understand why anybody would. But, everybody has a hobby, just not mine. Anyways, he died, so we took a break. We were like, you know what? We're done. We're going to take a break. We've already gone through 2 deaths. And as a kid, I was like, I was still sad. I mean, I thought I was killing these hamsters pretty much. Like, it sucked. So, a couple years later, we decided to try again. And we got Fuzzy. Fuzzy was a pretty hamster, nice creamy color, no hunched back. We got a brand new cage. We threw the other one out. Very, very good hamster. She settled in very quickly into her cage. Sometimes it takes him a while to be friendly and get used to you. Nope, she just was happy to be there. She was very, we thought she was kind of fluffy and fat, but she was a long haired hamster, so we couldn't really tell. And then one morning I woke up to squeaking. And I'm like, oh no, what's wrong with Fuzzy? And I opened the little, there's a little dome on the top, and I opened the dome, and I thought she was bleeding to death. And then I lift her up, and there's all these little pink things, and they're moving. And I realize, oh, she had babies. So, for some reason, I think my mom and dad were out shopping, or I don't know, they were doing something. So they came home, and I went, my hamster had babies. So we called the pet store up. We asked them, what do we do? They said, well, we can take them, but you have to raise them until a certain, I don't remember how long it was, a couple weeks, because they grow really fast. Probably a month, I don't know. I don't remember. But you have to raise them to a certain point where they can be weaned off their mom, and then once they're there, then you can bring them, and we'll take them. I don't think they're going to pay us. I mean, they're hamsters, but now that I look back, we probably should have asked, hey, would you pay us for these hamsters? At least, a couple bucks. But that was that. And then we decided to keep one of the babies. Was it fun to have the babies too? It was somewhat fun. They were really cute at certain stages. And then once they got old enough, they started fighting with each other over the wheel. So they'd be screeching at night. So then I'd just look over at the cage and go, shut up! And all of them would just go and just stop. And I'm like, that's better. Thank you. So they could be really loud and really annoying. But they were really cute. And Fuzzy did well. Fuzzy was doing fine. Then we decided to keep one, and we named him Wuzzy. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Yeah. So Fuzzy and Wuzzy. We did not look at Wuzzy's gender. for whatever reason, and we waited too long to get another cage. We thought we did fine, but then I don't know how much longer after we had gotten rid of the other babies, and I think we might have given a couple to some friends. Um, I heard the same sound one morning and went, "Oh no, not again." And sure enough, I lifted up Fuzzy, and there were more babies. How fantastic. And you know what? I don't remember if we even had a cage for Wuzzy yet. I don't know. I don't think we did actually. Now that I think of it, so it happened really fast because I know we didn't wait that long, but we waited too long. Um, so she had like 10, also like the first time she had like 8 babies. This time I think she had 10 babies. One day I looked in there and there was only 9 babies. I don't know what happened to the 10th one. It could have gotten out of the cage. Wuzzy could have eaten it because eventually, I don't know if it was just from having babies too soon apart from each other, or if Wuzzy attacked Fuzzy because she was bleeding and she was dying. So that's when we got another cage and we put Wuzzy in it, and then the hamsters grew up. I mean, it must have not been right away because the hamsters grew up to where they didn't need to be with Fuzzy anymore. So, yeah. But then, so Fuzzy died after that, and we kept A, we kept Wuzzy, and Wuzzy was a good hamster. Even though he killed Fuzzy, he was still a good hamster. When we got rid of the rest of the hamsters and gave 2, which we shouldn't have, we gave 2 to somebody, and we told them you need to separate them because we don't know what they are. And they forgot or didn't do it. They didn't do it fast enough. So they had babies, and then one day they went shopping, and then they came back, and there were no babies, and I believe the other hamster was also gone. They are cannibals, and it's absolutely disgusting. Hamsters are stupid. Sorry, but they're stupid. Anyways, and then let's see. After that, we had Wuzzy for a while, and then eventually Wuzzy died. I think Wuzzy lasted a really long time. Like, very healthy. What are you doing? Yeah, very healthy. No complaints. Other than, killing Fuzzy. But, oh well. No more babies. So, hopefully this does not get flagged as animal abuse. Anyways. Then we waited a couple years, and then before I went to college, I think before I went to college and was going through all my gluten problems, I got another hamster and named him Squishy. It was a guy. Named him Squishy. Oh, I know what I'm missing. Squishy was awesome. Lasted a good while, but not as long because he got a tumor. And eventually passed away because of the tumor. You know what? I don't care. Here, go play with it. But he was a really good hamster. He would play with you. let you hold him, fall asleep on you. And it was while Nathan and I were dating, so it was like very special to us because we were kind of like both taking care of him. He was a good hamster. And then after I came back from college during COVID, I decided to get another hamster. This is the last one. Her name was Mochi, and she, Squishy and Buddy were really the greatest, and so was Wuzzy and Fuzzy, but that was a lot of drama with all their babies. But I feel like Mochi was honestly the best hamster I ever had. She actually liked being pet. Like, if you brought her out of the cage, instead of just running away from you, she would follow you. Um, and that just was crazy to me. Like, I couldn't believe that she actually wanted to be pet. And she lasted 3.5, almost 4 years. Like, we had Mochi until we got married. I had her at my parents' house, and then once Nathan and I got married, I brought her over to the apartment. So she was great. Eventually she got sick, and we also, I think one reason she was great is because we got her when she was really little. Like, she was only like that big as opposed to like long and whatnot. She was great. She would fall asleep. Like, she fell asleep one time when I was playing with her because she was still just a baby. She was practically still a baby. That was a very good choice of hamster. I was gonna get a different one because I went by myself to pick it. I was gonna get a different one, and the one that I wanted was not really coming to the lady, and then this hamster kept getting in the way, oops, and wanting to climb up her hand. So I went, actually, I want that one. And she goes, are you sure? I said, yes, because I've had so many bad choices of hamsters. I'm like, this one looks lively. It's not hunched over. It's not looking like it's scared like the other one. I want that one. So we got that one, and best hamster ever. Horrible way that it died. So at some point she got sick with like a cold and was having trouble, well, not like suffocating, but like snuffing, and you could hear her breathing, and it was not good. And I love hamsters, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I want to spend hundreds of dollars taking them to the vet. Like, oops. This was one hamster, though, I did actually think of taking her to the vet. But then thought about it and was like, she's 3.5 years old. And I looked it up too, there's no there's no guarantee that what they do is going to save the hamster, and it could still cost hundreds of dollars. And at that point, we didn't have hundreds of dollars. We just got married. So I decided to try to like help her with giving her like a tiny bit of like cold. I don't know what kind of medicine I did. I also don't want to get like flagged for, again, animal abuse. I was doing my best, okay? I wanted to help this hamster to live her best last days of life. I don't think that's not why she died. I don't think is because of me giving her, because it did help. Like the medicine I was giving her did help. And then I went to give it to her one night, and I put her on the sink because she wasn't walking very, very fast. Again, she's like 3.5, almost 4 years old. Like, she's old. She wasn't walking very fast, so I thought I can fill this little syringe up with water and give her some water to help. And then I was filling up the water, and then I hear dunk. And she had fallen off and hit the ground and was on her back, lifeless. So then I started crying, and Nathan runs in and is like, "What's going on?" Like, she fell off the counter. I think she's dead. I don't know what to do. And she was just twitching, and I'm going. He goes, "Honey, I think she's gone. She's gonna die." Well, I kid you not, she rolls over, and I'm like, "Oh no," because we're contemplating like how to put her out of her misery. She rolls over and she starts crawling. And I'm like, well, now that she's crawling, we can't just kill her. Like, that's horrible. She's conscious. So we kept her alive. And she's still like, if you walked away from her, she would still crawl towards you. Not away from you, towards you. I mean, maybe she wanted revenge, I don't know, but oh my gosh, it was horrible. So each morning, one of us would go to work and would check on her and kind of hope and pray that she was dead. And you would think, oh, it would have been like a couple days. Like at one point, she stopped eating. I'm like, well, that's it. When she was very still and not moving a lot, I'm like, that's it. Next day, eating, walking around. I mean, well, hobbling because she fell, and I'm pretty sure she broke some bones. Again, but she wasn't squealing. Like if she was squealing constantly, we would have just killed her, or put her out of her misery. But she wasn't squealing. So it just seemed wrong to try to just you know put her out of her misery. It just seems wrong. Like she still wanted to be with us. So I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, she finally died. But every morning we'd be like, "Oh, Chi," and like, "Okay, I think she's gone now." And then she'd get up, and she'd just like hobble over to the door and start chewing on it because she wanted to come out and be held. So yeah, that she finally died. We buried her. It's the only other hamster that I buried. I buried my first hamster, Buddy, and then we buried Mochi in the backyard of my parents' house. Sorry, I probably keep hitting the mic. Only other hamster that I buried because it was a really good hamster. And that was the end. We said no more hamsters. We were saving up for a dog. And of course, we got the dog that supposedly had the most health issues because we're attracted to the runts of litters and unique animals. But thankfully, so far, she's proven us wrong with all. I mean, they weren't serious. It's not like she has like cancer or anything. She has a hernia that we keep an eye on to make sure it's not bothering her. So far, she's doing great. Doctor's been able to keep an eye on it as well. And then she had something else, which pretty much we just need to keep her clean so she just doesn't get infected, which she stays really clean. And since we got her, at the point we got her, she was just so small. So we've been using the puppy pads inside to have her go potty, but she loves going potty outside, so it's going to be super easy to train her to not go potty inside. But for right now, I feel like it's really good. It's cleaner for her because we can change it and she's not near ticks or grass, although she has medicine for that too. And we still do take her outside. It's not like we don't take her outside. But lately it's been freezing, so she's been mad because we haven't taken her outside. Which is probably also why she's been acting up, because she really, really, really wants to go outside. But it's just so cold. And she's still so little. But yeah, if you have any tips on the adolescent stage of a puppy, I mean, she's 7 months old now. Yep, she was 7 months on the 12th. So just a couple days ago. Oh, I think somebody's here. I'm gonna go check. Lily! Lily! No, maybe not. But yeah, any advice would be fantastic because today was something. It's like having a toddler. A toddler that can run like 5 miles an hour. That's where I feel like having kids is going to be not easier because, I mean, obviously they live a lot longer than a dog. But, like, at least they can't, like, run 5 billion miles per hour, grab something in their mouth, and then just run away. I mean, they will eventually, but I'm hoping by the time that they're able to run, we'll at least be able to communicate with them. I would hope. So, but I could be wrong. Almost done with my hair. I have church tonight. I'm hoping with the children. That's gonna be fun if there's any children, because it's the younger class, and it's kind of later at night. Not late, but I can understand why, like, some people don't bring their kids, like the younger kids, because they get really tired by the time it's time to be done. Like, they're just not in their heads, or they get really, really hyper. But they're really cute. They're good kids. Good kids. I am definitely enjoying my schedule for work a lot more. I had a lot of fun yesterday. And I'm able to get a lot more done around here and then get things really organized. Because even though, I mean, we've been here for almost a year now, there's still things that either aren't organized the way I'd like them to be or aren't completely unpacked. Although I'm pretty sure everything's unpacked. It was more like this was our first Christmas, so it's just a different um, routine as to how I want to put things away and where do I want to put them. But it was fun to be able to put up 2 Christmas trees with the space that we have. We had a little Christmas tree and then a giant Christmas tree that we got from Nathan's grandparents, which was really, really nice. It looks like a real Christmas tree, like a real tree. The other one looks like a dollar store tree, because it is a dollar store tree. But hey, it served us well. Messenger has this thing now. I just think it's kind of funny because it's only doing it with Nathan, which I understand because we talk the most on Messenger, because we can text each other, but we just Messenger sometimes is just easier. Um, but it shows you memories from your messages. And I just think it's kind of funny because it's like, look at this picture. And then there's really nothing that crazy special about it. It's like either a picture we still have or it's just like a stupid meme that is not even relevant anymore. But I guess that's part of the memory. It's like, remember this? Yeah, I do. Thank you. I don't really care. I'm being very cynical. Is that the word, cynical? I don't know what the word is. I'm thinking I'm going to put my hair into a ponytail. Because working with kids, I don't really want my hair down. It is getting longer, and I am very glad. It's just, it's still at that awkward stage sometimes where it's just fluffy at the ends. My hair is wavy. Like you see all the curly hair routines. My hair is wavy. And if I did do the curly hair routine, it'd probably look really pretty. But sensory wise, I don't like it. My hair has to either be really, really long or like flattened and be really, really flat and straight so that I'm not like feeling the different textures. I don't know. Like it annoys me and like I'll do it for a special event, but then as soon as I get home I put it up or I straighten it. Alright, I am gonna try to do this, but then it's kind of pointless because if I put it up, although it's funny because I don't mind too much having bangs, but see how it's like it's just fluffy. I just don't like the fluffy. It's not a bad fluffy though, but I don't like it. Do I want to put this on? No, but I probably will later. But for right now, I don't. So that means I'm going to get some bobby pins. I'm going to check Lily real quick though, because she's quiet. Oh, we were sitting on the couch. Yeah, are you being a good girl? Good girl. Other than, grabbing all the towels. Oh, I should probably check another spot though. I don't see anything. I don't smell anything. So I think we're good. I think she knows that Nathan's gonna be home soon. So I think that helps. Oh, yes. That's okay. Not a big deal. Oh. Again, I know I don't need to put my hair up in a ponytail, but it's so much easier to manage. I also get hot really fast now. I used to get cold all the time. But now that my thyroid is fixed, I tend to get overheated fast. So having my hair up helps with that. But I am still trying to grow it out. Oops. Let's see, do I want to put my things down? It's cute, but again, I just kind of, I think too, because it's so, not, there's no humidity. It's so dry. As soon as you go outside, like, it's just gonna get staticky. Like, I'm even gonna use, I know I just straightened my hair, but I am going to use some water to help with the flyaways. I might put the blue thing on, because I can always make it so it's not touch like on my ears. But let's see. Looks like first. All done. Boy, Nathan should be home soon. This is a very long video. I might cut some of it out. Let's see. There we go. Much better. Alright. I'll put one in the back. What is it, Lily? There. It's also a slower video because I'm just very tired. Oh, you're okay. Oh, I know. I have that rose stuff. Again, I just feel like it's kind of good for your hair too. And your face. You can moisturize things in these really unmoisturizing times. Dry. Let me get it out. Somewhere. Lily, you're being very loud. Where are you? There you are. Alright. Yeah. Again, the rose extract is really nice. I am going to, speaking of extract, or rose, this is a stress relief. I'm not stressed, but my hormones are just. What are you doing? No. Stop. Oh, it smells so good. What is it? It is a relaxing blend of, oh, hey, lavender rose oil, something ylang ylang, bergamot, chamomile, and frankincense. I love it. It's really good. It smells really good. All right. I think that is it. I hope everybody is having or had a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow with whatever I decide to do. See the fit. I look very short. I like it though. It looks cute. Lily, come here. Do you want to say goodbye?